Well, hello. And hello. You are at Open Mac. It's a special night. It's Thursday night. We are in Provincetown at Sardi's at Gabriel's Guest House. Ooh. You may ooh. Ooh. Here's something you never heard. A live audience. Besides you schmucks at home. Welcome to Open Mac. Every show's like a hit of crack. Every song is a fantasy. Let's just hope they're still in my key. It's time for Open Mac. And tonight when I give it a whack, then Facebook will wake up and see YouTube too. Open Mac is me. I know every joke, I know every song. Yes, this is the place where I belong. I see all those ring lights hung over my head, so please keep on watching before I drop dead. I love you, Shaka Khan. Oh, my patter goes on and on. Thanks for being here on my page. And look, now we are back on stage. And they're alive. They're alive. Let's keep things moving on. And tonight when I sing your request, your tips will make Daddy go wee. Then I gotta go pee. Open Mac is me. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Oh, please leave that door open. Please, we're sweating. It's a sweat box in here, but it's good. It's great to be back on stage. I am with 50 to 100 of my closest friends. We are in Provincetown, Massachusetts, don't you know? And I love that the fact we're at Gabriel's Guest House. We are here for the Provincetown Cabaret Fest, which is the 21st annual. And there's a lot of people that kind of like singing show tunes and doing cabaret shows. And they're all right here, and some of them might even be drunk because it's late. And just so you know at home, oh, and I have to, hi, David Rhodes, I'm talking to you. Oh, look, wait, we have guests. Now, I'm old, so people are making comments, which I enjoy. So for a year and a half, that's been my only audience. So we're making up for it now. So go, oh, wait, look at oh, hi. Now, I can't show you eventually I'm going to get a camera where we can show what people are, saying and making comments. So, hi, John Krongard, you're down the street where he says, hi, people, I'm sorry I couldn't get there tonight. Yeah, we've heard that before. But listen, and I'm speaking to a room full of cabaret folk. You find out who your real friends are when you do a cabaret show. Right. Hi, Michelle. Hi, I'm saying hi to all of you, but I also don't want to ignore. It's so funny because now I'm going to end up ignoring I'm going to end up ignoring you people because you've seen it. Yes. But look, I got a live one. Audience, that is. I remember the days of just keeping time, of hanging around in sleepy towns forever. Back roads empty for miles. Well, you can't have a dream and cut it to fit. But when I saw you, I knew we'd go together in leather, like a wink and a smile. Leave your old jalopy by the railroad track. We'll get a hip, double dip, tip toppy, 2-seat Cadillac. So you can rev her up, but don't go slow. It's only green lights and all rights. Let's go together, like a wink and a smile. Dance break. Oh, who am I kidding? Drink break. Now my heart hears music Such a simple song. Sing it again, the notes never end. This is where I belong. Just the sound of your voice, the light in your eyes. So far away from yesterday, together, like a wink and a smile. We'd go together like a wink and a smile. Shaka Khan! Now, I have new friends here that have gone, what is this open mic? Well, it's me. So Open Mac developed years after, about a year and a half after we started doing Piano Bar Live in New York, and we would film every week. And then the pandemic happened. And then everyone went live streaming on Facebook and YouTube. And now we're slowly coming out. I want to do the Gloria Estefan, coming out of the dark. But that's not it. So, and you have all been watching and look, oh, look, I'm so glad a lot of you found me on Thursday night, because it's just an odd, you know, they're used to seeing me. And I will now, it's, wow, I feel like I'm like, I'm going to talk to you. And I'm going to talk to you. Did I tell you that? And did I tell them that? Who cares? We're just, I hope you're drinking at home, because they're drinking here. And I see, so, you know, just so you know, table 1 has enough for almost all of you. So please, you know, can you hear that? They're laughing. You can hear laughter. So I love the fact that we're here. I want to thank Patricia for giving me an outlet to do this as part of the week. I was here in October for the first time, and we are at Gabriel's Guest House. And in October, this room had a couple of couches and a fireplace. Well, it has magically transformed into Sardi's. Look at the caricatures. Supposedly, I'm over there somewhere. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm over there. And I don't know, I might screw up the whole thing, but look, I'm going to go, look, there's, oh, now wave and clap. Yeah. Look, there's people. Yeah. People. Soylent Green is people. So, oh my God. I knew I would screw that up. I turned it. Okay, there. Okay, no, it's all about me. All right, right there. All right, there's good. How many chins? All right, got it. So, Shecky, otherwise Warren Shine. Shecky. Is he there? He's here. He's harassing us. The whole room just said, "F you, Warren. You should be here." So you know, they're a rude crowd, and I mean rude in a good way. This is the kind of crowd you want later in the evening. As opposed to the last year and a half in my bedroom, doing this online, I would just singing to myself. I'm going to do a little song. I know it's unusual. This is a song that was written a very long time ago, and I still love doing it. And what I will tell you, when I first started doing the song, 85% of the people named were still alive. Not no more. Oh, I just brought the room down. No, it's funny. It's funny. They're dead, but it's funny. They're dead. Good. Okay. But you cut into my time. All right. Well, I've seen and done it all. I've learned all there is to learn. And yet there's something nagging at my mind. What little there is left of it. And yours too after this week. One day very soon, I know the tide will turn. And the answer to these questions I will find. Why is Bobby short? What made Alice Faye? Who did Bud court and is Faye done away? Is Shelley long or short? Was John Gielgud all day? When was Doris Day in court? And what did Ernest Hemingway? Is Glenn close? Was Jamie far? Did Danielle steal your thunder? Can Tommy tune his own guitar? And what did Stevie wonder. Oh. Is Monsieur Lautrec too loose? Did Thomas cook some chow? Who did Mother Goose? And is Helen ready now? Is Linda Gray? Is Karen Black? Why did Patricia kneel? Who gave Roberta flack? And did Norman Vincent Peale? That's for all you Catholics in the house. Or lapsed Catholics. Oh, hello, everyone. How are you? And you go, Shecky. Shecky just said Shecky's in the house. Does Claire bloom in the fall? Is Tony newlywed? Who did Lucille Ball and who gave Edith head? Edith Head gave good costume. I don't understand. What did McAssey? Is Charlie rich or poor? Who did Bob Goulet and who gave Mary Tyler Moore? Who gave Mary Tyler Moore? Well, thank you both. I can't use that joke anymore because there's more than both. I would like to salute you all with my Mac merch, which is still on sale. Cheers. Thank you for joining us. I will show you all later because I'll harass the entire room and go, oh, yeah, we have Mac merch. It's available. And while I'm stuck, was that the Star Wars thing? Was it Star Wars? Was it the Star Wars bar? I love it. Sorry about that. It's a completely apropos as I look around the room. I told you people to drink. All right. So we. Oh, I can't. But anyway, all I can think of is Jar Jar Binks in the bar. Woo! Oh wait. Pardon me for a moment. I do have to check in. This is the part where Daddy has to lean in and see that because the people are talking and it's this big, and it's really going. It's going. You kids, get off my lawn! It's like, can't post comments to some destinations. All right. So some of you are on YouTube, and some of you are on Facebook, and some of you are drunk in the back. And actually, there's a lovely garden out here, which we may find a few of you later. So, or at least I'll be right next to you. But in the meantime, we're going to do a little song that I'd like to dedicate to most of you. And you may have heard this song about 4 times in the last 2 days. What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. I'm looking at you, shout! Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Down the knitting, the book, and the broom. Time for a holiday. Jennifer! Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come taste the band. 14 months later, and I finally got him. There's nothing sadder than being in your bedroom alone on the internet and then singing, come taste the band. And although I have to thank you all, because usually, even when I am playing live, I do that bit and it cricket. Oh, you shut up. No, something quite. Oh, yes, cheers to all of you. Come blow your horns, start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. No use permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Now here's the exciting part, kids. It's time for the sing-along. Actually, you don't even need to sing. All you have to do is repeat the last word of each phrase as bitterly as possible. I know you can do it. You've been doing it for 20 years. That's my... listen, I'm 39 and I'm sticking to that. So, yeah. So it goes like this. I used to have a girlfriend known as Elsie. Elsie. Girlfriend? Oh, sorry. With whom I shared 4 sordid rooms in Chelsea. Chelsea. She wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. Flower. As a matter of fact, she sold it by the hour. Hour. She was a hoe. Ho, 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 who you calling a hoe? The day she died, the neighbors came to snicker. Snicker. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. Liquor. We're going to try that one more time. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. Liquor. I don't even like her. You liquor, you brought her liquor. Just fill in the blank. Wherever you want to go, it is just, But when I saw her laid out like that queen, no, not that queen, that queen. She was the happiest queen I've ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and said, what good is sitting all alone in your room? Come. Hear the music play. Liza! Is she here? No. Look under that bush. Come on, Liza, we want you back here. Life is a cabaret, old chum. She's going to come here and kick my ass is what she's going to do. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. And as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea. When I actually could use your help for this next time. If you wouldn't mind, because you all get to sit and carry on and drink, and one of those is going to be for me. And I just saw it and I got all this, ooh, hooch. For the next 10 minutes, just consider the piano bar here at Sardi's at Gabriel's Guest House in Provincetown, Massachusetts, a rehearsal hall with hooch. If you would just sing When I Go and hold the note go as long as you possibly can, because Daddy's thirsty. So I get that ready. I'm just standing by. Hair going, there's hair of the dog. All right. Here are your notes. And the words are when I go. Ready? And when I go. They are trained professionals. What was your excuse? I'm going like Elsie. Okay, Cabaret Fest campers, and those of you at home, just so you know at home, I am wearing pants. I still have to check every once in a while because I'm thinking, did I put my pants on before I went out? It's been a long time. Big finish. Y'all sing? Yes. I spit. Start by and maybe from cradle to is it that long a stay? Life is a cabaret old song, only a cabaret old song, and I love a cabaret. Ladies and gentlemen, the Moron Tabernacle Choir. I'd like to thank each and every one of you individually for the clap. Thank you so much. I have not forgotten you at home. Oh, Joel, goodness, he's my friend he's a cheesehead in Wisconsin right now. He used to be on Broadway, and now he's on a farm in Wisconsin. And we're going to talk later. Please send dirty pictures. Thank you so much. I'm good. It's good. Now, just so you know, the next time we're going to get a better camera, because the original idea was this. I was going to start having guests, and we would all be. So we're going to have a little open mic party after we bid you all good night. It'll be, and everyone's like, I got my music, I'm ready to go, and I'm like, thank God. But I got a couple of dirty songs to sing first. So this song is dedicated to, well, almost everyone in this room, especially you. She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. She likes the theater, but never comes late. She never bothers with people she hates. That's why the lady is a tramp. Sing along! She don't like rap games with barons and earls. Won't go to Harlem in ermine and pearls. Won't dish the dirt with the rest of us squirrels. That's why the lady is a tramp. She likes the free, fresh wind in her hair, life without care. She's broke, it's oak, hates California, it's cold and damp. That's why the lady is a tramp. Tramp break! Oh, this tramp break is going over very well. What I love about this is that everybody sings this just a little differently. We space it out, we have our little inflections, and it's all working together. I like that. As maybe at the end, we're just going to keep the beat going. She likes the free, fresh wind of her dress. Her hair's a mess. She's broke, too much coke, hates California, it's cold and it's damp. That's why the lady, that's why the lady, that's why the lady is a tramp. Jane, you ignorant slut. Woo! All right, talk amongst yourselves, my studio audience. I'm going to check in with the peanut gallery. And so they're going, yes. Us going, oh. All right, they're doing what they usually do. I think they're trying to talk to me, and so I go to answer their questions, and they're just talking amongst each other. They're like catching up. Hi, girl, where you been? Oh, I'm on the catch. I just want to catch up. So let me not interrupt you. I've got. No, I'm going to always say, may not need you. I got them. And I'm like, no, I would never say that to you because you have saved my ass for the last 14 months. And yes, you're named them. So that being said, and we were talking earlier during the festival about what everybody did during, how to kind of keep things going. Thanks to the lovely people at Pangea in New York City, I have just started. We do now Open Mac live, just like this, in the cabaret room every Monday night at 7 o'clock. And then we move up to the front room and I host open mic at the piano bar from 8:30 till close. So Monday nights in New York City, if you are in Manhattan, please drop by. And it's so nice we're going to continue to do open Mac whether they want it or not. And then we're going to meld the two so we can. And what I loved about doing the online streaming is there were a lot of people that were watching because they had and they can't get out. The cabaret people here, they all understand when you have a show and then everything stops. And then when you're doing a show and the people that would come see you are not in town or they can't get there. This has opened a whole new world. There's people that I 14 months ago did not know, and they're all talking to each other, and they're all saying, we got this show and that show. So I appreciate the fact that we all think that even though we're going back live on stage, thank God, that some of this is going to continue because it's nice. I've got friends in Hawaii and Germany and London. I'd really like to thank the Germans and Londoners because they watch this at 5 in the morning. So then I'm like, bless you. Are you drunk? I was like, oh, read my post. No, pardon me. My friend Diane in Texas. Oh, no, you're in Florida right now. You're in the beach in Florida. It's freezing here, but we have a beach. I was like, Diane! Pardon me? Yes, read your post. What did your post say? I didn't bring my little mouse, so I have to. Hello, Mikey. Would you wish Emmy happy birthday, please? Yes, I would. My friend Diane Pennington was a big Broadway star. We were roommates together before most of you were born. And she and her daughter Emmy, it's her birthday, and it is perfect. So if you would join me in singing a song, you know all the words to except for one. That one word is Emmy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Emmy. Happy birthday to you. Did you hear it? They were in like 7-part harmony. Happy birthday, Emmy. Diane Pennington, I love you very much. Diane's first Broadway show, or she didn't know, but Diane was in the Alan J. Lerner Dance a Little Closer, which was then retitled Close a Little Faster. 6 people. Those were the 6 people that were in the audience opening night. I said, okay, that's all right. My Broadway debut was a show called Late Night Comic, which is called One Night Comic, because I lasted about an hour and a half on Broadway. It was very exciting, because it's Emmy's birthday. Are there any other birthdays in the house? Okay, tough. So we're going to do this next song, and this is a birthday song, and it's also a sing-along because I got a room full of singers. We're going to do this song, and it is dedicated to any of you that may have a birthday in the next 5 to 7 years. And those of you at home know exactly what to do. I want to spank you in the moonlight. I want to pull your panties down. I want to spank you in the moonlight with people all around.
Right now.
I got your full moon right here, baby. I want to tan your little fanny. I want to wear your sequin gown, and I know you got one. However, I need mine in a much larger size. I want to spank you in the moonlight until you can't sit down. It was a little premature. I hope that doesn't happen when you go home tonight. You're turning as red as your hair. I wish I could turn the camera and show you. Next year we will publicly humiliate all of you. Guess what? It's time for the sing-along. I can tell you are wet with anticipation. Some of you are just... I want to spank you in the moonlight. I want to pull your panties down. Ready? Sing! I want to spank you in the moonlight. I want to pull your panties down. I want to pull your panties down. I want to spank you in the moonlight. I want to spank you in the moonlight. With people all around. With people all around. Good, now shut up. Just me. I want to turn your little fanny. I want to wear your sequin gown. I want to spank you in the moonlight until you can't sit down. Spank you very much. And spank you very much. Happy birthday, Emmy. We just scared the crap out of you. But you're a young lady now. You can handle it. I was going, oh, look, I got... Hi, Lucinda. I love you, too. You are the best. No, you're drunk. That's great. See, it's funny because you watch the like everybody's all excited and they're like typing in and I look and then the next thing you know, okay, they're sending me memes that I don't really know what they mean, but they look sort of dirty. I will share them with you directly. So I'm going to do a little song that was a request. Is there anybody here from Rhode Island? There is. I think it's the first time I've ever had somebody from Rhode Island when I say, is there anybody here from Rhode Island? Woohoo! Hi, Sal Viviano! We'll talk later. I get so excited. I see people I haven't seen in a while, and I'm like, oh, sorry, I have an audience here, and I cannot keep them waiting because it's almost time for open mic. And I'm Mike. Oh, sorry. I am going to continue until I make you guffaw. I want you right in the front. I want you to guffaw. I just like saying that now. I've never said it right, like guffaw. Everyone say it with me. Guffaw. Yeah, and you guffaw and it falls off. It's like good. All right, back to me and to you, because every state in the USA has something it can boast of. Some product that the state produces the most of. Rhode Island is little, but oh my, they have a product anyone would buy. Copper comes from Arizona, peaches come from Georgia, and lobsters come from Maine. The wheat fields are the sweet fields of Nebraska, and Kansas gets bonanzas from its grain. Old whiskey comes from old Kentucky. Ain't the country lucky? New Jersey gives us glue. And you come from Rhode Island, and little old Rhode Island is famous for you. Hand-me's over there. Cotton comes from Louisiana, gophers from Montana, and spuds from Idaho. Who you calling a hoe? They plow land in the cowland of Missouri, where most beef meant for roast beef seems to grow. Grand Canyons come from Colorado. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to stop the song in the middle and let you know that this is a very famous song written in the late 1950s by the famous songwriting team of Dietz and Schwartz for a short-lived, speaking of short-lived Broadway musicals, Inside USA. Now, I have been singing this song for a very, very long time. I first got it from Michael Feinstein, who recorded it. Everyone's recorded it, and then the late, great Nancy Lamont. And I recorded it. And it wasn't until I was living in Aspen, Colorado for a few years, performing at the Crystal Palace, and I would do this song like almost every night. And finally, people stopped me and said, excuse me, would you please fix this, because the Grand Canyon is not in Colorado. It's nowhere near. Well, Dietz and Schwartz are dead. And far be it for me to rewrite their lyrics, so we're just going to kind of go Grand Canyons come from somewhere near Colorado. It's over there. Gold comes from Nevada. Divorce is also too. Oh, l'amour, l'amour. But you come from Rhode Island. Yeah, you. And little old Rhode Island is famous for you. Pencils come from Pennsylvania, vests from West Virginia, and tents from Tennessee. They know mink where they grow mink in Wyoming. A camp chair in New Hampshire, that's for me. And minnows come from Minnesota. That was very exciting, and I hardly had to beg. And I usually enjoy begging. Let's try that one more time. And minnows come from Minnesota. Yay! Coats come from Dakota. Why should you be blue? Because you come from Rhode Island. We'll sing about Rhode Island and dance it. We'll enhance it for the Providence Providence, Newport, Narragansett, Rhode Island's are famous for you. Tequila! Thank you. I'm just checking. Okay. Oh, it's good. All right, we're good on time. Show's over. Booze is gone. I am from Chicago originally, but I moved to New York it was a long time ago. And it's back when 42nd Street was still dirty. Dirty. You remember. I think I met you on that corner as you're on your way to work at the Marriott Marquis. So anyway, for a period of time in the mid-90s, I was in Chicago. I moved back home, and I was in the orchestra pit for the Donny Osmond, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And so I would sit in the pit, and Donny would fly over wearing his diaper and loincloth. And if any of you have seen the pictures when Donny Osmond first toned up to play Joseph, it was a good thing. But anyway, so there I was in Chicago, and I had my day job, and an agent sent me on an audition for a Julia Roberts movie. And they asked me to come in and sing a cappella one of my favorite Bacharach and David songs. So the day of the audition, I went in. Everyone was very sweet. I sang. They asked me to do it one more time. They were very happy. And they said, thank you so much. And I walked out of the room going, I am about to star in a movie with Julia Roberts. I never heard from those people again. But about a year later, when I saw my best friend's wedding, I realized that had I gotten that gig, I would have been the schmuck in the lobster suit standing behind Cameron Diaz going like this. Singing, the moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. Walk home with my hair now, and wondering what dress to wear now. I say a little prayer for you. Forever, forever, you'll stay in my heart, and I will love you forever. Never, we never will part. Oh, how I love you together, together. That's how it must be. To live without you would only be heartbreak for me. I run for the bus, dear. While riding, I think of us, dear. I say a little prayer for you. At work, I just take time and go through my coffee break time. I say a little prayer for you. Forever, forever, you'll stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you together in leather. That's how it must be. To live without you would only be heartbreak for me. My darling, believe me, for me there is no one but you. Please love me too. I'm in love with you. Answer my prayer. Say you love me too. Answer my prayer. Shaka Khan. Thank you. So I have to clue my live audience in. Did you hear I said live audience? Not that you're a dead audience, but you're not here. Well, you're here. Never mind. But I have to let you know that a few years ago, I realized, and it was actually doing the song Downtown, almost every song ends with what used to be a cha-cha-cha. And Shaka Khan is now my spirit animal. And so I end every song that I possibly can. It doesn't matter whether it's an opera aria from the Met, from Jersey Boys, from Les Miserables, from No No Nanette. Every song that I can ends with cha-cha-cha, Shaka Khan. So they're all very excited because I explained that, because they're like, you're just crazy. And yes, that is the answer. So I'd like to do a little song for you that is my opening number when I go to Puerto Vallarta, where I play at Encanto, which is a beautiful piano bar and cabaret that I had the honor of opening a few years ago. And there was a movie a long time ago called Trick, and one of the numbers in the movie was sung by our friend Steve Hayes, who was one of the actors in the film, and it was filmed at the time when we were all working at one of the best clubs I've ever worked in my life, 88's, in the West Village in New York City. That's right. You can give them that. You can give the clap. And so Steve performed this number at 88's, and they filmed it for the movie. So when I knew that I was going to open a new club in Puerto Vallarta, I begged the songwriter, and he didn't know who I was, but he sent it to me anyway for $8. Isn't that great?
Wow.
$8. This cost me $8. I'll be looking for contributions. I told my friend the writer how happy I would be if he'd write an opening number, especially for me. But when he had that finished, it came as quite a shock. He handed me a song titled, How Do You Like My... I said, you can't do that in public. I said, even I wouldn't dare. So he made a few small changes. Now I can sing it anywhere. Como te gusta mi pinga en tus pantalones. Como te gusta mi pinga y mis cojones. It's the same old thing in the same old hole, but when you say it in Espanol, it sounds divine. Como te gusta mi pinga, es muy caliente. Como te gusta mi pinga, es grande plenty. You don't go around shouting you're well hung, but when you do it in another tongue, it's just fine. When the hour is late and I don't have a date, and I feel that I can't go on, I lift up my head and I stick out my chin and I talk like Montalban. Como te gusta mi pinga? It sounds so neato, like a warm quesadilla or a beef burrito. It's the same old cheese and the same old meat, but when it has a Latin beat, it's okay. Como te gusta mi pinga? Ole! Me! Ole me! We're not going to do that one either. Well, I'd like to bring the room down now for just a minute because we have approached the shank of the evening for this part of the show. And first of all, I'd just like to say shank. It is the shank. That means if we're in the club, it means we're winding down. If you want to get a final cocktail, if you want to make a final song request. However, that's just for y'all at home, because we're staying here and carrying on until the wee small hours of the morning. And I've got about 37 people lined up. They're going to be singing. So, and I promise you, the next time we do this, we're going to have a 2-camera shot, and we'll be able to have guests, and we'll talk. It'll be very exciting. Woo! Are you awake out there? I'm going to assume they are. But anyway, in all the years I've been doing, I had the great fortune of being in New York City at like the golden age of cabaret. It was like the 80s and 90s. There were so many clubs. And I had the good fortune of opening Don't Tell Mama, where I worked off and on for 12 years. And it's still there. I've closed many a club, as you well know. There have been lots of clubs I opened, and where are they? No, it's gone. And I was there on opening night for 88's. I worked there for a long time as well. Besides, you know, you name it. If there was a piano bar or a cabaret in Manhattan, I worked it. Closed a lot of them, but worked most of them. In the early days at Don't Tell Mama, there were a lot of people that were working there. People say, how do you know some of these people? And it's like, you can't help but you go to certain areas and people come in. Right. So in all the years I worked at Don't Tell Mama, it's like I knew Billy Porter when he was 19 and had just moved to town in the chorus of Miss Saigon. He would come, he would come to Mama's at like midnight, 1 a.m, the golden hour, because we stayed open until 3. Billy was there. Adina Menzel was my waitress for a year and a half in the front room on Wednesday nights at Downtown Mama. Leah Delaria did shows. I was just at Leah's club the other day, the club. Leah Delaria, what an amazing jazz singer. Besides, she's just a crazy funny. And so I call her Dikey. She calls me Mikey. And I have to be careful because if I see her and I go, Dyke, I don't want to yell that out in the wrong, I could die. So Jason Robert Brown was one of the piano players. In fact, he played one of my first stand-up acts. And, you now get the gist of some of what I do. And Jason would be playing and rolling his eyes. Because I was like, Jason, I'm paying you for you. Stop rolling your eyes. It's comedy. It's no. He was, but everybody got their start there. We all hung out. So Billy Stritch had come to town with his group Montgomery Plant and Stritch, and this was before he met Liza, and before it's like everybody was, the like I said, the golden age. Billy was doing a song written by a friend of his that. In the middle of the show, it was like the most beautiful ballad I've ever heard in my entire life, and I said, please. When you're ready, can I please have that song? About a year later, he let me have it, musically speaking. And so you were paying attention. I didn't put you in the front row for nothing, kid. But the song, and I've now become friends with one of the writers, Michelle Browerman, and Karen Gottlieb wrote this song called My Favorite Year. Last year, before the pandemic, Michelle was one of my guests on Piano Bar Live, and she played, did a few numbers, and then she insisted on playing the song she wrote for me to stand up and sing. And to my dying day, this will be my favorite song ever, and I'll sing it anywhere. So I would like to start to wind down and leave this song, because I know, yes, I know. I'm pretending to talk to them because they are there. But so thank you for joining. This isn't like the final song, but I would like to thank you all. Thank you to the live audience. Dear God, give yourselves applause. Look, see, they're still applauding. And everybody at home, because I know I get this requested for this song. So I want to let you know that this song called My Favorite Year is about every year except the last one. You reappearing in my mind. You were right and I was blind. But that was long ago. Now, do I ever cross your mind? Are your memories like mine? Or have they let you go? After all the loves I've lived through all these years, I had to go so far without you. Now it's clear you were my favorite love. That was my favorite year. We were young forever yesterday. Fools and little children run away. If we could go back there, would we stay? After all the loves I've lived through all these years, I had to go so far without you. Now it's clear you were my favorite My favorite love. That was my favorite year. Thank you, sir. And now it's true. We say this. It is true. Now, if we were in the bar, we sell more liquor during the sad songs. So that's why you stay tuned for the Judy Garland medley, which will be coming up probably in a few minutes. And they go, oh, I'm going to take it. So, you know, I was going to end with another one of my favorite songs is "Celebrate Me Home," and a lot of people call it a "Celebrate Me Homo." So, and I'm okay with that too. But I'm going to do. Where are you going? Stay there. I'm going to do a little tune that was written by a friend of mine and probably a friend of most of yours by the name of Miss Ann Hampton Calloway. Now, she is a humongous star and jazz singer and but when Ann was first starting out, she writes the most amazing songs. And for the first few years, and then she'd do most of them at Don't Tell Mama in her shows, and she wrote all these incredible songs. And I miss her doing that. She's up here now, but it's like I want her to. Sometimes there was nothing better than being drunk in a bar and letting Ann get there and just sing things she's just right. So it was incredible. It's like, Ann, please, you know, and now she's semi embarrassed of some of them. And please, Ann, don't kick my ass, but I'm about to do this song because it was on my album, Je m'appelle Motherfucker, that came out long before most of you did. But so we're going to end this part. We're going to end the live show with this Ann Hampton Calloway song. And I'll see you soon. You got me in a state of confusion because I thought our love was going so good. But lately you've been saying that you need to be free. Then the next minute you can't get enough of me. How am I supposed to go on never knowing where I stand? You better make up your mind about me. I can't live forever on a fantasy. Make up your mind about me, can't you see? You're playing with the once in a lifetime. I used to tell her this was like the theme to The Greatest American Hero. Then she'd take me out back and spank me. Musically, only musically. Spanking music. We built a life together, believing. And that when trouble came, we'd always come through. So now's the time to understand what you feel. Cause I can't be the one to hold your end of the deal. When you gonna wake up instead of breaking up what we have? You better make up your mind about me. I can't live forever on a fantasy. Make up your mind about me, can't you see? You're playing with a once in a lifetime. Baby, you know I got so much love for you, and I know you feel it too. It's gonna take a whole life to give what I got. Are you ready or not? Make up your mind about me. I can't live forever on a fantasy. Make up your mind about me, can't you see? You're playing with the once in a lifetime. Everybody, you better make up your mind about me. Yes, I can't live forever on a fantasy. Again, make up your mind about me, can't you see? Can't you see? Can't you see? You better make up your mind about me. Thank you very much, everybody at home. Thank you so much here. I will be with you in 5 minutes, and I want to thank everybody there. I will see you not this Monday because I'm still in Provincetown. A week from Monday and every Monday all summer long, 7 o'clock live from the Cabaret Room at Pangea. We now resume our regularly scheduled program, already in progress.
Yay.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.